Hey, what's going on? This is Evolution. Uh, I just realized it's like a week to go before Christmas, and literally 48 hours after that, and I'm gonna be flying back to the Philippines. Shoot, time fly. Uh, I'm exhausted. Uh, very, very tired. It's been a heck of a year, but this next year is already scheduled to be way more than what this last year was. So, gotta get in there, gotta do it, gotta get it done. Uh, for real. So I got like 2 full days to finish up on preparing for the holidays and preparing for this trip. And I got started late because I had to get me some sleep, man. Shoot. But let the games begin. Philippines, here I come. Journey one. I went to the Philippines. Man, woo! Kicked it. Definitely. So journey two. Heck, I went back. I am about 4 hours from flight time. Well, 4 hours from time to go to the airport. That is, just kind of kicking back. Got mostly everything together and ready to go. There's a lot of things to experience in the Philippines for real. People are great, wonderful. Food is outstanding. The crew is waiting for me already. They're there. They're getting posted up and set up and enjoying themselves. I've seen a lot of things where I went, but there's so much more to see. So that's what we're doing. We're going back to the Philippines, man. Seems like it's been forever, but it kind of got here quicker than I expected. So I'm okay with that. Uh, just got a long flight plan happening here in a minute. So gearing up for that. Things is rolling right along. Big things coming with JG's Lounge. I tell you what. Got some new spots we're going to hit. Got some of the same areas we're going to hit, but different things in those areas. Hey, this is Evolution. Back at you. One more again. The Journey Part 2. Thought I'd sneak one in on you, but you already knew. You already knew, right? Let's get some sound in the background. How's that? So, actually, a lot has happened since the Journey one. Um, we'll get into all that and get deeper in a lot of things that we were kind of highlighting on the first one. Um, where should we begin? Man, it's so much. It's so much. Um, um, how about let's begin where we left off? Let's check it out. Every time I hear that joint, man, I get to bouncing when I hear it. That's a hot one. Um, very, very glad with the results of that redesign of the introduction for That's Life. Um, I mean, heck, you do a redesign of the main show, you might as well, what, redesign one of the main angles of the show, which is Leia's question? Sure, why not? Let's look at the redesign of Leia's question. Let's go. It's another hot beat. I get to jumping and bouncing on that one too. So check it out, right? That's Life is Doing Good. That's my first breakout show. Um, Getting some things done for a brother, and getting some things done for Leia with Leia's questions. As you can see, her image is now on the introduction to her question. Very, very nice design as well. Uh, Things is happening, man. What can I say? The journey to what's really going on with that? Um, it's a deeper journey uh, off into the things and the opportunities that were missed. Um, the caption of more information that was kind of withheld on purpose, but there's meaning behind it, of course. Um, where we going this time? Hey, man, we going back. We going back. Hey, man. Yo, we going back. I just said that's all I'm saying. So, with that being said, let's get into some things, right? So, I highlighted the people that were important, and I think at this point, you should really meet who I'm talking about. That's coming up next on Journey Part 2. Ooh. Evolution. I'm at the airport. Stop number 1. We're ready to fly out of Kansas City here in another hour or so. Check out the airport.
Exits. Designated smoking areas are located outside, away from doors.
Yeah, man, it's about continuing to what's next, man. Bumps in the road, drawbacks, things occur. People trying to make some side deals that are shady, So here I'm chilling in Denver. The sun's coming out. See it, hear that, woo, bit of a layover, so I'm just chilling doing nothing, waiting for the plane to arrive. On my journey too, it's a little chilly out, but at least it's not minus degrees like it's been lately. I'm tired. See, my eyes is halfway open. So I'll tell you what, that first flight had a ridiculous mother and daughter combination. Just talking and running their mouth and cutting up and just tripping the whole flight. And had the nerve to fall asleep at the last 5 minutes of the flight. At least we had some peace in that, you know what I mean? It's been a long journey, you know what I'm saying? Journey number 1 was very successful. It was about, taking the first step in doing some bigger things that you don't normally do. Hey, this is Evolution, and I am in my hotel in Cebu. I'm in Cebu this time in the Philippines, and man, it's a heck of a view. But we pushing forward, man. We're gonna make it happen. We see the big picture. We're doing it. We're getting it done. For real. Journey 2. In your face. You see now, it's like a bus depot, and there's a lot of people there. This has been going on 24/7. They are waiting for the bus to take them wherever they're going. But it's crazy, right? And we got the Radisson next to us, and we got all this construction going on. They're building something new right there. I have no idea what it is, but it's really nice area. And if you look to the left, check out the water. I'm right on the edge, man. Journey 2. It's all about continuing after those first initial steps are taken. You know what I'm saying? Not just making a decision to do something, but to actually do it and then follow through on it and complete it. Hey, I'm back at you, Evolution, with Journey 2. If you remember from Journey 1, I was at the supermarket and I was talking about the fried fish. The dried fish. No, take that back. The dried fish. at the supermarket, which I thought was very strange, weird, and unusual. But it's actually a delicacy, and I found one of the locations where they actually produce and sell dried fish in Cebu. So I will show you some video footage of that right after this. Check it out. You know, most times we do stuff or make a journey or take that step, and we complete that task or that goal or whatever. Most people are like, what's next? You know what I'm saying?
Ay, octopus yan. Yeah.
A lot of times you don't have what's next until you complete that first step. Then you're like, wow, everything opens up. You know what I'm saying? So here's to a successful journey number one. And here's to kicking off hopefully an even more successful journey two. Hey, you're not gonna believe this. We are still in Cebu, but we are at a place called Tops. And when they say Tops, they really mean it. We are at the top of Cebu. Check it out. What you're seeing is clouds. You're literally in the clouds, and you can even go up higher and go to the top of the top at Tops. Talk about a great creation. Can't do this in Kansas City. We ain't got nothing that goes as high. It's actually sprinkling, but I don't care, man. We're enjoying this. We're having a good time. We got music. And I'm about to go to the edge. Let's see what I can see. So, probably nothing but clouds. That's all I'm seeing. Got places you can sit up here. You can't see nothing but clouds for real. That's how high we are. Evolution. The journey, part 2. So, I must let you know. It's been a minute since the last journey. Breathe a little bit. And as young as I used to be, you know what I'm saying? I'm pushing through it. Hey, let's go! Yeah, baby! Got something new for you. Check this out.
Life makes no sense. You're on a planet right now. You're on a space rock floating in nothingness, infinite nothingness, and the infinite nothingness is expanding. That means endlessness is getting bigger. That makes no sense.
Hey, man, consistently inconsistent. Wow, that is the newest show that I'm going to be involved with Jukebox Ginger. Man, you just got to look and see and listen and pay attention and just grasp what we got coming, man. So, I will highlight the people that I mentioned in the previous journey. This is Journey Part 2. And I am your dude, Evolution, of course. So, hey, why not start with me, right? Do you really know about your boy Evolution? Do you know about the man, the myth, the ninth wonder of the world? Now let me stop. You know, I am a interesting piece of humanity. How's that? Let's break it down. Born in the state of Kansas, Kansas City, Kansas, actually, um, from the Wyandotte County, Kansas, man. Born and raised, um, kind of quiet when in my youth. I loved to dance. And then I picked up basketball after that. Shortly after, I started rapping, doing, what I do musically. And then from there, was just trying to figure out life, been in a couple different spots as far as moving here and there. Not really around the country, but locally. Um, then I started getting outside the box. When you're born and raised in a certain environment, being taught what that environment teaches, eventually either you stay in that environment or you get the opportunity to explore. So fortunately, I got the opportunity to explore, got to meet different people, different types of people. Um, and that's when I started to discover um, the differences in what I was taught, basically. A different vision, different view, a different outlook, a different understanding, which kind of made me start to evolve in the direction that I'm at now. Meeting different people was definitely an eye opener. Talking to people with different religious backgrounds was definitely an eye opener. Talking to people who were of different walks of life or uh, different nationalities was incredibly an eye opener. And to the point that I guess I started to realize how much we really had in common as human beings. Um, the rap handle that I went by was Stereotype Buster, and meeting all these different people and seeing all these different things outside of my normal environment helped me to be in the mindset that I was challenged to bust a lot of stereotypes, plain and simple, because I was seeing this stuff directly head on, and I had a lot of questions to ask people because I just wanted to know, you know what I'm saying? And I developed the ability to ask those questions in a manner that they weren't offensive, but they were unique questions to where those individuals that I was asking questions that I wanted to know answers to, they really wanted to give me those answers to the best of their ability. And the more I asked questions, the more I got answers, and the more understanding I was able to come to realize, that hey, yeah, some of the things that I was taught in my natural environment were cool, but also I had to come to the realization that some of those um, practices or views were a little bit detached from reality, one-sided, if you will. Um, so I got my little education behind me, along with my personal experiences, and became a person that looked at things fairly, without prejudice. Um, is prejudice out there? Absolutely, of course. Um, so I even talked to people who were prejudiced. Um, talked to gang members. I talked to religious people of the cloth. Uh, everybody I could basically talk to. I talk to these type of people, and you just can't talk to anybody. So I talk to people with wisdom, with status, uh, people who made a difference. You know what I'm saying? And as I talked to these people, I gave them my input on the things that they wanted to fire questions back on me. And that's when I started to make a difference. You know what I'm saying? So this was building my character up to, to validate my position on shows like That's Life or What's Going On. It gave me not only respect, but it also gave me the education and the wisdom to uphold that, hosting position on those shows to where things can come out great, like they've been. So a little bit about myself. And I think that's as far as I'm gonna go, because if I go any further than that, I don't want to give you too much, right? Hey, this is Evolution. We are still at Tops. Check this out. Only at Tops in Cebu can you literally eat inside of a wall. Crazy, right? And it goes on and on and on both ends. This is where they got all kinds of stuff that you don't see in other places in the world. Literally have your meal inside of a wall. And we're at the top, at Tops in Cebu. I ain't as fast as I used to be. I'm still fast. I'm swift with it. Don't get me twisted. But yes, feeling a little struggle right now. Whew. Okay, Evolution back at you once again. You remember earlier when I was at the top and it wasn't number clouds, right? Well, the sky has opened up and you just gotta see this view. Check it. Look at that, man. That's just beautiful. You can see all of Cebu, the ocean, the buildings, the town, the hills, the valleys, the crevices, the creeks, and even the mountains on the other side, and the clouds. This is amazing. And once again, we are having a really good time at Tops, at the top of Cebu. This is a new area that they just created. They're gonna have a killer New Year's party up in here, and I can't see any other place to just set the new year off right. Evolution, showing you what's going on in Cebu and at Tops. Peace. The journey continues though. I ain't stopping. Can't stop now. Shoot. Been too many things going on, man. Hey, this is Evolution. We're in SM Mall in General Santos. Still got the Christmas spirit going, and it's lit up pretty nice before they take everything down. If you notice, they still got 2024 on the Christmas tree, and it's 2025, but they go along with it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Check it out. Got lights around the building. I don't know if you can see all those lights kind of blending in with the yellow, but it's really nice. We're gonna turn you back to the turtle, big old fat turtle, probably a squid on the other side. Getting ready to wrap it up in General Santos. We kicked it in Cebu, we kicked it in General Santos, and we're gonna move the party to Davao here in another day or so. So ride with the wave and let's go. Evolution. Journey 2. Peace. It's a beautiful day. It's warming up. Not as warm as the Philippines. This is the plaza in Jensen, General Santos. A lot of beautiful lights, a lot of hearts, a lot of ribbons, a lot of decorations, candy canes, you name it. It's very pretty, and we're gonna go through the tunnel here. And look at this, boom. Look at that. Very nice. All around the park here in General Santos, in the plaza. And this is Evolution. Kicking it. Peace. Culture in the Philippines is so wonderful. You know what I mean? The lifestyle is fantastic.
Life makes no sense. You're on a planet right now. You're on a space rock floating in nothingness, infinite nothingness, and the infinite nothingness is expanding. That means endlessness is getting bigger. That makes no sense.
I had to bring that back one more time. I love that beat, man. I love the sound of music, drums and kicks and snares and melody. It's always something that got my attention. I'm a very jazzy person, if that makes sense. That too is one track that I plan on recording on for future music purposes. It really gets me hype, especially when the real beat drops. So let me start here. Consistently and consistent is about topics that people use every day, sayings that really don't make sense if you really pay attention to them. But they're consistent as far as how people use them. But the meaning of those statements or comments are usually inconsistent, especially when people use them in a manner to make their own point, which is usually different than what the initial saying or statement was made in the first place. So that's kind of the background of what the topics and what the purpose of the show Consistently Inconsistent is about with myself, Evolution, and Jukebox Ginger. I'm going to be recording some more episodes for that soon, so look out for them because they're coming in hot. Musically, I come from a family who's musically inclined. Nobody on a professional level, but definitely in the background of the church. I just come from a family that is just musically gifted, so to speak. But the way I chose to use my music ability is to write, mostly rap, but I've been kind of dipping off into other genres, and I got some. You'll be able to experience it sooner or later. But I'm definitely broadening my horizons when it comes to music. Comes with age, comes with experience, comes with a lot, actually. My first professional recorded project was titled What's Going On, which I was heavily involved with that. Actually, it wouldn't have been a project completed if it wasn't for all the efforts that I put into it, all the money that I put into it, and all the production that I put into it, and even the mastering that I put into it. I mean, the whole project itself, graphics, you name it. I did what was necessary to make that project happen. That's kind of like me as a person, I'm a go-getter, right? When I see something or have an interest in something and set my mind to do something, oh, I gets it done. I guess that's the difference between me and a lot of people that I grew up around, family included, siblings and whatnot. Um, I'm not your average bear. you know, everybody's over here in one little group, and then you got me over here just kind of analyzing and thinking and, examining things from a whole nother mental level. It's kind of what I do, kind of what I've always done. Um, and I've done it in a manner to where I just kept it to myself, right? So a lot of the things that I'm bringing to light on my shows is probably the first time people hearing me bring these perspectives and ideas to life. So I'm probably shocking a lot of people, which is okay. I'm cool with that. But my music is something I value very, very much. It's it's a gift. It's something I was born with, and I feel compelled to use it as much as I can, as in the ways that only I can do it, because it's the talent that I've been given, right? So I feel that I must deliver in some way, shape, form, or fashion my abilities, so that I won't lose them, so that I will grow them into something that they should be purposed to become, right? Um, but I'm also, because of a specific professor that I had in college, um, the professor brought out the writer in me. So I am a writer also, poetically and short novel wise. I have a very, very creative mind, so I can write about just about anything and make it a beautiful outcome. If I get to sleep and I get the time to focus. Oh man. So just a little bit about your dude evolution, who evolved from stereotype buster. Uh, and that's where I'm at today. Looking forward to a lot of things to happen in the future, either by other people getting involved or just by getting it done myself. There you go. Next up, we'll go with Jukebox Ginger. Ladies and gentlemen, as promised, I'm going to do a live interview and introduce you to the one and only Jukebox Ginger. Jukebox, welcome to the Journey 2. How you doing?
I am great. I'm very chill at the moment and just hanging out with you. We did a show a minute ago, and now I get to be a part of your journey.
Hey, actually, the journey would not be a journey without your inclusion. I know that all the podcasts that come about were through me, I guess, asking you about what you did with podcasts initially. Right. And we had a little conversation, and you invited me on your show, Stardom, and I kind of really liked it. So I wanted to do more. I guess the first question I want to ask you is, what were your thoughts when we had that conversation? Did you have any concerns or I guess what was your mindset after we talked about what we're doing now?
It feels good. There's no way to describe, and I'm sure that you know this from your past. That feeling you get when somebody appreciates something that you do.
Mm-hmm.
And when you approached me, it reminded me of when I first started doing this. You know, it's you had the idea of that you wanted to do something, and you saw the opportunity in me, which I really appreciate.
Mm-hmm.
I started doing this on a whim, right?
Mhm.
And when I started Stardom, the first show, I had no clue what I was doing.
Hmm.
And I've developed it into such a great show, and there's a meaning behind it. I've had some experiences I can't explain, and I've made it to where it's so comfortable and easy to do it. So being able to give that experience to other people
Mhm.
that want to do it feels great. So when you reached out to me, I was like, this is awesome. Yeah. You know, I didn't know you because we have worked together for a long time.
Mhm.
So that kind of helped. I
Mhm.
think it would have been a little bit more of a reserved response had it been somebody I had no clue who they were. Obviously, I would still help them, but I
Mhm.
don't think I would have given them the kind of guidance that I kind of jumped in with you,
Mhm.
and that support. I feel like you said, "Hey, I want to do this," and I'm like, "Okay, what do you want the name to be?" Well, I'm not really sure. Let's just start saying names, and we'll figure it out. Like,
Uh-huh.
I wanted you to succeed, and I want you to succeed, and I'm going to continue to support you just like you support me.
Hey, man, I
And
appreciate that.
when you first reached out to me, um, I had that kind of that drive and motivation to do it because I knew that we would be around each other enough. I
Mhm.
knew that I had the keys to make it work.
Mhm.
And now look at you, man. You got 4 shows.
Right? Plus appearing on other ones regularly.
Right.
So my second question is, since we've had that conversation and we've done the things that we've done up until this point,
Mhm.
um, what are your thoughts now? I mean, did you have that type of, uh, I guess, hope that it would turn out this good? Or did you is this all a surprise to you?
I don't want to say it was a surprise because it 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 was more of a curiosity
Mm-hmm.
because I've helped people that they just fell out quick, you know. And that I wouldn't say that was my expectation, but
Mm-hmm.
I also don't expect it to succeed because
Mm-hmm.
it takes a person like you coming to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the start. I'm like, yep, I can help you out, but you pursued it. You know,
Right.
like had you not pursued it, it could have went nowhere, or it could just
Right.
be you with one show
Mm-hmm.
reaching out to me here and there. But you pursued it, and you've developed you as a whole. All your shows, you have made evolution an actual being, like you're a person, and you exist on this network for people to
Mm-hmm.
hear, and that's how I view me as Jukebox Ginger. Like when I first started it was just a stupid name, and it's me. It's literally how people know me. Like
Mm-hmm.
people don't even call me Dylan. There's tons of people don't call me by my name. They call me Jukebox or
Uh-huh.
Juke or JG. And you are evolution. Like you have built him into who he is, and it feels good. And I know you feel it. I
Yeah,
see it.
yeah,
I see it
absolutely.
in your shows,
Mm-hmm.
and that I'm your cheerleader, man. I'm like, yeah, dude, heck, dude, this is great. Keep going.
All right. But thank you. I appreciate it. Definitely appreciate the opportunity. One more question.
Mhm.
You helped me put together the journey. I know when I came to you with the idea, you probably had no idea what I was coming up with until you actually saw the videos and everything. From start to finish, what are your thoughts on the journey?
When you first came at me with the idea, I knew that I knew your plans. I knew what you were doing or
Mhm.
where you were going,
Mhm.
but I didn't know how your setup was going to be.
Mhm.
I didn't know the layout was going to be.
Mhm.
And when I agreed to help you out, I knew that you were documenting your journey like
Mhm.
on this trip. But I didn't have expectations because I didn't know what it was going to be.
Mhm.
And helping you piece it together not only strengthens you when you go back and view it and you're like, man, look how this turned out.
Mhm.
It helps strengthen me too, because I go in and I'm editing all these clips and I'm piecing them together and adding some animations and overlaying stuff. Like I have so much appreciation for you for giving me this stuff because it gives me the opportunity to grow and it makes me feel good about helping you. So
Mhm.
it's kind of like a win-win on both of us.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
the outcome, I'd like to say that the outcome turned out fantastic. I think I got to be a part of the start of your podcasting journey
Mhm.
and seeing how you've developed up until that point and how you utilized it to kind of create this. It's really eye-opening and it feels good. And I know you enjoy it. I know that you love how it turned out, and I know people will enjoy how it turned out.
Mhm. Yeah, man. Yeah, it was definitely a great piece of work. My first, and here we are working on the second.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to thank you for the opportunity, and very, very grateful for you working with me and schooling me like you've been doing, and giving me a place to utilize my creativity, and give me so much freedom to create. Um, so yeah, man, that's basically all I got for the moment.
Well, I'd like to add that the development and how you're continuing to drive and continue doing the journey, like it didn't just end with that trip. You're still
Mhm.
learning, and
Uh-huh.
I have taken to light a lot of the strengths in you, like your attention to detail. Like
Mhm.
for me, it's like, hey, yeah, we're gonna do a show later. I'll figure it out. Like
Mhm.
you look into things, you're more detailed at stuff. So when I have questions about something, I know I can lean on you because you're gonna be like, well, did you think about this? Like, well, I saw that it said this.
Uh-huh.
Maybe, and we had an issue. I wouldn't say an issue. We had a bump in the road that happens in
Mhm.
life
Mhm.
where an opportunity could have been beneficial had
Mhm.
we partnered with this guy. And I know you know what
Mhm.
I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But after we had the meeting and you weren't the only one that was skeptic. I mean, I was, but I like the guy. He's a nice guy.
Mhm.
So it was nice having you as somebody who really didn't know him,
Mhm.
because I had that question in my head, like, yeah, this sounds a little bit off, but you
Mhm.
kind of helped me confirm it.
Yeah.
And you do it with a lot of stuff, like our meetings and our stuff like that. It's
Mhm.
well, I mean, I know that this is going to be a struggle, but there's other ways to get to get to there,
Mhm.
and you've been that good second view, and it's nice because, like I said, I'm just like, let's just go.
Well, doing is good, and pursuing things is great, but you just want to do it the right way, man.
Yeah,
You
I
want to
think we
make
are.
sure that everything is all good with all of us.
Right.
Because we're bringing a lot of material, um, and it's all great. you know, uh,
Yes.
we got some fantastic shows on JG's Lounge. We got great talent, great creativity, um, and the vast, what do you call it, the level of content we have is just insane. You
It
know.
is. I mean, we have so much content.
Mhm.
It's crazy going back, like doing these reruns that we do, like,
Mhm.
and be like, oh well, I can just pick something from a year ago. I can just pick something from a month ago. Like,
Uh-huh.
we got stuff as far back as 3 years, 3.5 years now. It's like, oh well, I'll just go do one of these old shows.
Right.
So we have enough to take it to the next level, more than just what we're doing now, and
Absolutely.
and we're working towards it.
Yes, we are. But yeah, man, thanks again, ladies and gentlemen. This is the one and only Jukebox Ginger.
Thanks for having me on, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Thank you for being a part of this. You are the creator of JG's Lounge, and you have so many shows. I forgot how many.
A lot. There's a lot.
I'm trying to catch up, but I don't think I'll catch you.
Hey, I've got all the shows on this network. I help as much as I can, so it feels good.
And I want to say right now that you are a part of my circle, and you definitely are one of the main ingredients to make my circle stronger. And I appreciate you and appreciate all that you do.
Thank you. I appreciate you too, man.
Hey.
I really do.
All right, man. So on to the next, right?
Right.
I hope you can hear me. Loud motorcycles rolling by as I start recording. We are at the Belmar Zoo. So we're going to see some animals. Check it out. Belmar Zoo. So much to experience. Whole different lifestyle, man. It's a beautiful thing. Got the ocean in the background. Mountains and ocean in the background. Lots of vegetation. So now what? Prepare for the future. I found King Kong. Maybe not the life-size King Kong, but maybe his little brother. We will enter into Jurassic Park. We have lions and tigers and bears and Jurassic Park animals. I don't know what that is. Maybe some type of cat. And we have a raptor. And we have another raptor right there. So, because we took the step in the right direction, and it's banging. Got some new stuff coming your way. We got a monkey there, just chilling, and a big old fat snake, python. We're gonna stay away from him. Hello, are you brother and sister? You brother and sister?
Dalawa monkey. Isa lang ang snake.
I think they're brother and sister. He said yes. Thank you. Got some new stuff coming your way. And just a lot happening with JG's Lounge and Evolution. We are right next to the ocean, man. This is crazy. I love it. I love it. It's been a spectacular first year, man. And this second year's way more spectacular than the first year. So, hey, it's beach day. You know I love the beach. I'm going to one of the beaches in the Philippines. I have no idea which one it is, but I will tune in when we get there, and shortly after I will tune out because this is part of the vacation. So that's what it is. We've been working hard on the journey too. Got a lot of things planned in store for you. So hopefully you will enjoy this one like you did the last one, and we will move on to what's next. Peace. I ain't even got words for it. It's just amazing. Maybe. I think I'm getting my second win now. Hey, we made it to the beach, and this is a really beautiful view. You gotta see it. Check it out. Mountains in the background, clouds in the background, water. It's a beautiful thing right now. This is what I call vacation, y'all. Don't know how to do it like this. You really don't know how to do it. It's evolution, man. Enjoying my vacation while I'm at the Philippines at the beach. Oh man, I gotta get out of here. Off the phone, that is. Off the recording, because gotta get in the water. Peace. These journeys are for real, man. I gotta start taking better care of myself. I mean, I take good care of myself, right? But gotta start taking a little bit better care of myself. I guess I'm tired. I came to the van where the air conditioner is and took a nice little nap. The beach. Man, I'll never understand why the water drops back, far, and then comes back to the normal spot again. I mean, I understand the terminology behind it and the reasoning behind it and the explanation behind it, but me personally, man, I'll never understand why water drops back and then comes back forward. This is a tropic area, so in the Midwest we don't really see that type of stuff because most of our bodies of water are man-made or just little lakes and ponds. But that real ocean activity, man, it amazes me, you know what I'm saying? How all that water, as much as it is, can drop back so many feet and then come back to where it was before, man. That's some amazing things that occurred that just can't be explained or fully understood, in my opinion. It's just amazing when it happens. It's like rain falling down from the sky, you know what I'm saying? They got explanations of how it happens and what happens and all that, but to actually make it rain or snow or all that, it's just how the earth is set up, man. It's incredible. But makes you appreciate life a little bit more. For real. Peace. It's also funny that even in the most strangest places in the world, that little girl ain't got no clothes on. Come on, y'all. I know I'm in another country, but you see some things sometimes. You just see some things. No matter where you are in the corners and pockets of the world, man, there's always some things you're gonna see. Not talking about the little girl. I wasn't trying to see that. It was just there. Wow. It's like, you're in the middle of nowhere, really. There's a beach, of course, but dude, there's a cell phone in everybody's hand. People got computers and laptops everywhere. It's amazing how these producers of these type of things can get anywhere and everywhere. Even I got one in my hand right now, recording in the middle of nowhere, but I got connections and all that good stuff because I got the good service. You know what I'm saying? But it's just amazing, man, the things that you see and experience even in the corners and pockets of the world, man. People have access to. Makes you understand how these multi-billionaires is multi-billionaires, if you know what I mean, because they capitalizing on everything, everywhere, all the time. So think about that. All right, Journey 2.
In the restaurant business, you get used to periodically having a customer who just cannot pay his or her bill. Only on 5 tonight, Brian in with the story of one man in Palm Beach County who detectives say has He's done it dozens of times and is back at it again.
Honesty social experiment. We're gonna see who is honest and who's not. Hey, sir. I think this just fell out of your pocket over there. I just picked it up.
100?
Is it yours?
Oh, hell yeah, that's mine.
Oh, can you?
Yeah, that's my 100.
Officials say it's one of the most dangerous streets in all of Los Angeles, and now
I beg, if I could just... Why is he We've been waiting here forever.
Hey, excuse me. Hey, go butts.
What difference does it make to you?
Yeah, man, we got a lot of new stuff coming. I'm so excited. Thought I was busy before. Gotta be busy a little bit more, right? So about that, everyone's actions are not justified. I ended up creating this show after taking my first journey. It's really about the things that people do that they know that they probably shouldn't be doing, but they have those moments, right, where they have an opportunity to do a good thing, a right thing, but they end up doing a bad thing, a wrong thing in that particular moment. And sometimes they don't regret it, but maybe should. Or sometimes, or most of the time, if not all the time, they should just think about what they do before they do it. That way there are no regrets, right? But these are the things that people do in those moments where maybe they're having a not so good day and they take their actions out on someone who has nothing to do with what their actions are about, right? The non-deserving one gets the crap that somebody who should be getting it don't get it, right? So that's kind of what about that is about. So far, so good, you know. The numbers is doing good. My streak is hot right now, so I'm very, very grateful for all the opportunity, and very, very grateful for the fans who continue to support, right? What's changed since then? I got a redesign of That's Life. The introduction is basically the same, but has a new look. And, well, why should I talk about it when I can just show you what's going on? Here we go. What's going on? What's going on? Once you start a journey, you can't stop till you finish. And then when you finish that journey, hopefully you get to finish it. Heck, you might as well start another one, right? I can take a photo while it's recording. And we are at the Christmas in Jensen Festival, General Santos City. This sucker's huge, man. There's stuff going on everywhere. Got rides and food galore, you name it, it's here. Check it out. We're gonna get into this and have a lot of fun. That's what we do. Journey 2, it's all about taking things to the next, you know what I'm saying? First journey was about you know, establishing where you were in life and trying to get things rolling to move forward. And that's what Journey 2 is all about, moving forward and making things happen, man. Peace. Life is a journey. Heck, every day is a journey. Every situation is a journey for real. This journey I'm on right now is a journey. A lot of music, a lot of fun, a lot of excitement, a lot of people, man. This is really a fantastic place to be. Hey, think about all the people that you know, all the people that you knew, all the people that you have yet to know. Hey, I'm in General Santos now and came back to Yaki Mix. It's a really nice restaurant in the mall. And had to get me some food again. So I'm gonna continue that and then we'll get back. You should remember Yaki Mix from Journey 1. And had to do it again. Peace. See, we can't change what we were born into. We really can't change who we are. But we can make the best of what we got, right? Hey, this is Evolution, and man, we are at the Temple of Leia. Leia has her own temple in Cebu. This is crazy. So we're gonna shake some shots, and then we're gonna do a live interview of Leia at Leia's temple. Gold lion, son. Gold ceiling. You kidding me? Gold trimming around the frame in there. And look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I had no idea Leia was balling like this. She's got her own doggone temple, man. Alright. So she's a segment on my podcast, That's Life. And I'm the host, and it's my show, right? And she balling like this. Got her own temple in Cebu, sitting on top of the world. Check this, man. This is real. This is real. Goddess is chilling on a post. Man, are you kidding me? That's life. We can make ourselves the best version of what we are, so we can even understand who we are and what we're meant to be, what we're meant to do. That's the journey too, for real. And then when you realize what you're supposed to be doing or what you should be doing or what you're meant to do, and you get on that journey to do it, that's what that right there, that moment, that's what changes the world for the better. We're inside the Temple of Leia, and there's all kinds of artifacts going on here. You name it. So if it's of extreme value, it's all here, including gold ceilings, gold pieces of statues. This is crazy. Look at that. They ain't even playing up in here. Even gotta wear a wristband. You know what I'm saying? that what it's really all about. Better life, better lifestyle. So, we got a couple of those interviews out the way. Even my own, right? You weren't expecting that, right? You weren't expecting that, but you got it. And guess what? Now you know. And life is better because of it. And you can smile and be happy and all that other stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, next up is my co-host from What's Going On, the sidekick, the mother from another brother, the Mr. Poetics himself. Get ready, because it's coming. What's going on? What's going on? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Journey 2. As promised, I've been giving you interviews and letting you know a little bit more about the people that I brought to the forefront in the Journey 1. And next up on the list is my dog, my homie, my dude, Mr.
Poetics. How y'all doing, everybody?
Poetics, what's going on, bro? How you doing?
I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm here.
man. Hey, man. Yeah, things happen. We just push through it, right?
Yes, sir.
So, Poetics, man, for the people that don't know what's going on, let them know what's going on, man. Tell them who you are, what you're doing, how we came to be.
So, wow, we actually met many years ago now.
Yeah, right.
And truth be told, man, it's kind of this is my I think this is my word of the day, multifaceted.
Okay.
a lot of different circumstances that kind of led us to where we are today. One, there was a situation that involved me playing basketball and learning how to do that. And of course, Evolution was the man that actually gave me the basic essentials of, how to become an effective ball player. So I was 12 years old then. I'm 36 now, so that's how long we've been pretty tight.
Hey, man, for sure. And that's just one of several areas that you could probably expound on, man. And I appreciate that look. So, who is Poetics, man?
Wow. I would say I think I'm a lot of different things. Number one, obviously, my name itself, Poetics, it actually stems from the fact that I'm really in tune with poetry itself, or anything that has to do with poetry. So it could be music. I love instrumentation, like the sound of it. Stringed and horn instrumentation do something to me.
Yeah, right.
So kind of that experience of having a love and desire for all that, and of course the writing ability itself, kind of brought me to where I am today. And Evolution presented me with a great opportunity to start podcasting at the start of the new year on the 1st. And so far it's been enriching. I think that was the word he used to describe it to me before, and I think that's really appropriate. Definitely enriching through all the circumstances we've had.
Right.
Like me losing my my computer dropping on me in the middle of a show. So,
hey, man, things happen. Electronics are electronics, and you just have to roll with the punches, man. So it's just a great thing to collaborate with you on this show we got together, What's Going On. And it's impactful, man. People are experiencing and seeing and witnessing things that we've been doing for years, right? Just communicating with each other. You know, these are kind of like the conversations we've had for many years. We just brought them to the podcast, and people are getting impacted by it, and you know, seeing how we flow, and we're making a difference, man. So I appreciate you being involved. You know what I'm saying? Got anything to say?
Oh yeah, man. I appreciate the opportunity, man. It's funny because the work week is kind of long,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's kind of like when we get to our Saturdays to do this, it's always kind of a little bit of a task to get myself up and going.
Right.
But what I have found is when I'm actually doing the show, man, it really is awesome.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And what's crazy is how we create, the things that come about when we talk and communicate, man. And one of the things that we came up with our show is it kind of gives it its uniqueness outside of its uniqueness already, is something we came up with just by talking. A comment that I made on something that was crazy came up being, I didn't see it and I didn't heard it all. So we was talking about some ridiculousness, man, and that was something I said, and we kind of tripped on it for a minute. So we made it actually a segment on our show, and here's an example of it, right? So, dude, I looked this up on the internet, and this is crazy, right? But check it out. Boy smashes 3,500-year-old jar. Museum invites him back. So let me give you the details a little bit more. A curious 4-year-old boy accidentally smashed a 3,500-year-old jar while his family was touring a museum in Israel. So my first thought was, dang, that's messed up. But then I thought about, this is Israel, right? And why would somebody invite somebody back who smashed something so valuable, right? And I'm like, they didn't invite him back to go through the museum again. They invited him back because he gonna work that sucker off. He's 40 years old now, man. He gonna be there till he's 40. He gonna be sweeping. He gonna be doing maintenance, trash, whatever. He gonna be doing everything that they asked him to do for the next 40 years.
40 years. I mean, yeah, man. To your point, yeah, he'll be middle-aged by the time he pays that debt off.
Absolutely, man. I'm like, yeah, that's the only reason I want to invite somebody back, to make sure that this gets paid for. If his parents ain't dropping money, he gonna be working for us.
Man, that's funny.
Yeah, so that's just one of the things that we come up with on our show, man. And I'm really excited about what we've done already. We've over 20 episodes, man. 2 seasons, wow. And then we're jumping real heavy into our 3rd season already. So great work, man. Thanks for having you be a part of what we're doing. All right, so let's get into this interview, man. I've been freestyling these questions for the Journey 2, and I will continue that because it's just been working out. It's been working out so well. My first question to you, bro, is from the time that I presented you with the opportunity to start this show to now, how has it broadened your scope of understanding of the conversations that we've been having, prior to now, and now that we're having them on a podcast? How has that broadened your view of how our communication is impactful?
Wow, great question. I think,
thank you.
For me personally, it's been it's been enlightening because, you know, we've always, as you stated before, we've always had these questions and always these, you know, conversations and topics in life that we always felt people probably needed to hear. But now that we're actually doing a podcast where we're actually not only, you know, we're coming up with titles and bullet points to actually frame our conversations now. And what I realize is that, you know, we have literally no limitations with what we can do and how we can do it because, you know, our conversations always naturally go to a place that was so much better than we even thought it would be by the time the show is actually over.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
So that's the
go
one
ahead.
thing
Go
that
ahead. Go ahead.
Oh,
Bro.
go ahead. Oh, I was gonna say that's the one thing that I really enjoy, man, and appreciate about us, you know, doing these shows where it's like, you know, we have a vision and a thought process on what we think, you know, each show what we want to see, but it always turns out so much better than what we envision by the time we get to the conclusion of the actual show.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Are you using your cell phone?
I am.
Can you do me a favor and twist it sideways? Can you do that? No, like literally turn it 90 degrees. Yeah, there we go. You see what just happened, right?
Yes, sir. Much better.
This is normally what happens behind the scenes, y'all. So y'all getting it first up front, up close and personal.
Yep. Sorry, everybody. I had a little technical difficulties with my laptop. I'm literally gonna just get another one. I'm done.
All right. Okay. Time to upgrade. Ain't no problem with that, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. That's awesome, bro. So question number 2, man. So you knew me when I started doing my music with the title Stereotype Buster. And I believe you were the first person that I approached with the idea of changing my handle to Evolution. And I know you felt a certain type of way about me changing my name, but from that conversation to now, I just want to know what your thoughts are, bro.
You know, I think when it comes to your understanding of life, I think that it's suitable to change because before it was about, you know, because it was funny. Everybody used to always ask, why does, you know, he called himself Stereotype Buster. And I think I was probably the only person who got it initially. I was like, because he's busting stereotypes, he's trying to let the world know that a man of color doesn't have to be what the world tells us we are, that we can actually carve out our own path and be, you know, we have no limitations or restrictions. So if we want to be something totally different than what's broadcasted in mainstream media, we have every right and every ability to do so.
Absolutely, man. Great. Well put. Well put. So have you noticed a difference as far as go ahead.
Yeah, man. I have, sorry about that. But yeah, I have, you know, to see where you started way back when, see where you are now. You're doing things. I know you were, obviously you're doing the podcast. You've seen, I think, many recent promotions on in your job and your career. So that's obviously growth and evolution. But you've also, you know, recently been remarried. So, so congratulations on that again.
Hey, thank you, man. Appreciate
So,
that.
I mean, yeah, man. There's been a lot of growth in that area, in all these different areas for you, man. I'm excited to see, you know, how you continue to grow.
Oh man, thank you. I appreciate that. And nothing can stop me but me, right? Nothing can stop us but us.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, what's in the future for Poetics?
Man, it's so funny because I remember mentioning this on one of our podcast episodes and I know you remember this, the scene from Set It Off when Blair Underwood asked Jada Pinkett, where does she see herself in 5 years?
Mm-hmm.
And it was one of those things where she was like, man, that's a good question. And I never thought about it. She was like, I'm kind of stuck. And then, she goes and presents the same thing to, Queen Latifah and the rest of her, her girlfriends. And she's like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And I think Queen Latifah had a real interesting take on it because it just kind of shows you what makes the world go, what makes the world go round. And Queen Latifah's response was, I don't know. I've never thought of that far. She's like, I'm just trying to get through the day.
Right.
She's like, I don't care. I just want to still be alive, So it's, I think it's one of those things, man, where that's kind of where I see myself. Not necessarily Queen Latifah's perspective, but just a blend of it, where it's like I obviously want to continue to keep growing and thriving, and hopefully, man, be able to help somebody else along the way.
Hey, man, that's what we do, right? That's really what's going on. I'd like to highlight something that you probably don't know because we really haven't talked about it. But my perspective of the interactions that we've had since the time that you mentioned about me schooling you on the basketball court. The poetics that I knew then just made me shake my head, bro. And let me elaborate so you know what I'm saying. So I was witnessing you going up and down the court. You were actually on a basketball team for your school. And I saw you dragging your feet. I saw you moving slow. And I just didn't see what I thought that I should be looking at, right? It wasn't something that would make, I guess, someone proud as a basketball player, but I was just shaking my head and I didn't think about anything, but your coach actually approached me. I didn't even know your coach, man. And for some reason, he came directly to me and said, hey, man, could you work with him? And I was like, what? And he saw your potential, but at the time I didn't, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, you know what? Okay, yeah, I'll work with him. And at the time it was just a response, but after I thought about it, I said, yeah, okay, let me see what I can do to help, right? Because it was just a shake of my head moment, right? I didn't like what I was seeing, right? So I did start working with you, and I was like, I need to see something. I just need to see something. I don't want to waste my time. I need to see something, right? So as I was working with you, I started to notice that you just never gave up. You never quit. You just, no matter how bad it was, you wanted to keep going. And I'm like, okay, I can work with that. That's one thing, right? So I focused on that, and then I started teaching you the fundamentals, right? And then I noticed you caught on, and you started implying what I was instructing. And I was like, okay, all right, that's two. So just one thing after the other, man. I just kept building on your development in basketball, and shoot, man, before you know it, you had like the school record in rebounds. You was killing them, man. And I was like, yeah, that's it right there. Yeah, go dog, win that game, So I noticed through helping you, my ability to be impactful, to teach, what I'm saying, and instruct what I had and I developed over the years into someone else like yourself, man. So it was a beautiful thing to experience on my end, you know what I'm saying, to be a part of your development in basketball and other things as well, as we went through time in life and known each other throughout the years, man. So I'm very, very proud of those moments, and I cherish those moments because what we built is a solid brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to let you know that from the heart of Evolution, man. I appreciate not just you getting involved with the stuff that we do, but I appreciate the opportunity to be involved for the interaction that we've had over the past and what we got today. And I look forward to hopefully longevity in the future, man. So that's what I got for you, man.
Man, I appreciate that. And shout out to Coach Watson, man. If you ever run across this video, and shout out to Coach Watson. And he started something that I'm sure he didn't even realize what was going to actually come of it. So shout out to Coach Watson.
Absolutely, man. And just that moment, we don't realize, man, and I think this is the biggest point of our show. People in general don't realize that just the smallest gesture, you know what I'm saying, is like planting a seed that'll grow a whole garden. You know what I mean? Wow. You don't realize how impactful that the very small gesture can be. I mean, just saying, you have a nice outfit on to somebody can just literally brighten their whole day. You know what I'm saying? And make their negative thoughts go away, and they just float on that positive energy from that one comment for the rest of the day. You know what I'm saying? So that's the whole purpose of what's going on and what we do. We try to give that little bit of something that will take you a long way. What are your thoughts, bro?
Wow, man. The first thing that actually came to mind, and you've, me with popular culture and how I kind of blended in a lot of our shows and so forth. I've done it once, and now I got to do it twice. I actually think about the film, with Morgan Freeman. I think it was the movie where he's, about the Ark and so forth for Noah's Ark. And there's a statement in the movie where they use ARK as a acronym. And, I kind of think with the point that you just, elocuted, one act of random kindness.
Absolutely.
You kind of just continue to, show act of random kindness in your day-to-day exploits, where, there's nothing malicious about what you're trying to do, or there's no, ulterior motive, should I say.
Right.
And you just want to do something nice for somebody just to, because we all need a little help along the way every now and then, right? So when you can kind of just display an act of random kindness, throughout the day or whatever, man, it goes a long way, into making the world better.
And there's a lot of strength in when you do something good, it comes back to you multiplied. You know what I'm saying? And the same is for on a negative, path. If you do something negative, then karma hits you hard. You know what I'm saying? So what we definitely display on our show and in life and as individuals, period, we put that positivity out there, and it always finds its way back to us, man. So so that's the beauty of us being connected the way we are, and so people can now understand why you're one of the people that are in my circle, that keeps the engines turning and the momentum, raging forward in a fast pace. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that's all I got for this interview, for the Journey 2. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Poetics. If you got some closing remarks, man, hit me with them.
Man, I just once again, I appreciate you, man, for having me, and for everybody for tuning in. As always, thank you guys, and I'm looking forward to continuing to build in the future with you as well.
Hey, man, absolutely, same here, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, Poetics, and I am Evolution, and look forward to more seasons of material to pop up on what's going on JG's Lounge. I got some more for you, but it ends right here for Poetics, just for the interview, right? And we'll catch you later. Hey, what's going on? This is Evolution, and we are at Leia's Temple, or the Temple of Leia. And what better place to interview Leia than at her own temple in Cebu, the top of Cebu, right? Leia's doing big things, and we're gonna get into the interview right now. I'm gonna switch it around. Hi, Leia.
Hello.
Good morning, good afternoon. How you doing today?
I'm doing fine. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon. Good evening.
So we got people bombshelling the camera here. It's a public place, so people gonna be walking behind you. We don't have security right now. But Leia, I want to ask you, how has your life changed since you've been on this segment of That's Life with Evolution?
There's a lot of changes, a lot of experience that I've never experienced before. It was really fun and excitement. It's my excitement. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
We really enjoy staying here. This is just a start to explore more.
Okay. Tell you what, if I went back 15 years and you told me that I would be experiencing what I'm experiencing today, I think you was a bold-faced liar, lying to me to my face, right? Because back then I didn't think these things were possible. How do you feel about this temple? It's a really beautiful temple. It's trimmed in gold, and it's sitting on top of Cebu, overlooking the whole area. What is your experience, and what are you feeling right now?
I feel like I'm in it's not really here in the Philippines. I thought I'm in another country. Yeah, and it's really cool here. The weather is really cold. I mean, it's cold here, and the view is really good, and it's beautiful here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Finally, I want to recommend this place because this place is really beautiful, and I think if you will come here, you will back to the past.
I see. Way to plug your own temple. I'll tell you what. I heard many people say this, but now I get it. Truly. And I hope you get it. This journey 2, that journey 1, and whatever's in the future. Look at me. Anything and everything is possible.
Hello everyone, I just want to invite you, or whenever you will come here in the Philippines, especially here in Cebu. I want you to visit Temple of Leia. This is really cool. This is really a nice place. You can see the city over there.
Absolutely. And it's beautiful over there. I believe you like journey number 1, right? Pretty sure you're gonna like journey number 2. Okay, so Leia, what's up next for you? I know you're doing very well with That's Life with Evolution, and we've seen how that podcast is growing and you're getting more publicity. What's next for Leia?
I think you have to what do you call that, for more question.
Oh, you want more time? You want more, a bigger spotlight? Oh, I see how it is. So you want me to ask more questions from Leia? Okay.
I just want to continue to see more of me.
Oh, okay. Okay, you want that bigger spotlight.
Yes, and just watch for it.
Okay, so
soon.
I think you're headed in the right direction, because on the first episodes there was just your name, and then the newer episodes had your face, and who knows what's in the future. Maybe you'll have actually a guest position or spot on That's Life with Evolution.
That's so nice.
Yeah, so Thank you
would
so.
be great.
Yeah, I think so. So thank you so much for your time, and
Okay,
we
no
really
problem.
appreciate you hanging out with us at the Temple of Leia in Cebu, in the Philippines. It's a wonderful day. It's a beautiful experience, and we look forward to more things happening with Leia in the future.
Yes, and I would like to thank you for interviewing me, or being a part of your podcast.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I really what do you call it? It's a pleasure.
A pleasure. Oh, well, thank you. It's also a pleasure
You're
having
welcome.
you being a part of
Okay.
the podcast.
Okay.
So what's next? You should already know.
This podcast is for educational and entertainment purposes only. The views and opinions expressed in this podcast do not reflect the opinions of the parent network or any of its other entities. They might not even reflect the opinions of the podcast host. The truth is out there. Here, we're just talking about things. Do your own research.
Hey, welcome back to the Journey 2. This is Evolution, and as promised, I have one of the other people that I mentioned for my inspirations in the podcast business. This is Sean Shank. Sean Shank, welcome, man. How you doing?
Doing great this morning, my friend. Just woke up another day, so apparently God's got more purpose for me.
Hey, man, that's great. It's twice because I'm here too. So a lot of people probably don't know who you are or what you do. I mean, you do a lot. So, I mean, you can just have a time to do, or just to let them know who you are, because, like I said, you do a lot, and just let them have it.
All right. Well, it's just that's why I was laughing when you said not a lot of people know who you are. My first thought was like, well, that says a lot for my comedy career.
You're on your way, buddy. You're on your way.
Well, okay. So I'm kind of an aggregation of a lot of dreams, because I grew up with parents that always told me that, if I tried hard enough and I wanted to do something, I could do it. So I'm an author. I am a college professor. I am a stand-up comic. I am a comedy club GM. I do all kinds of stuff. I'm actually currently in the midst of negotiating a script right now to be on TV. So yeah, I do a lot of things, and I enjoy it. I mean, it makes for a crazy schedule. And then how long ago we started doing this thing with JG's network, but I decided that I want to be a podcaster as well. So now I have the two podcasts here on JG's, the Blurred Lines and Sean Shank Redemption podcast. So
sweet, man. And that's kind of how we met. I believe you were a guest on my show, and of course we were a guest on Jukebox's podcast, Stardom, and things just went from there. Speaking of Blurred Lines and Sean Shank Redemption, what are the thought processes or ideas behind those shows that made you create them?
Well, the Redemption podcast started with, because I am the GM of the Underground Laugh Lounge in Niles, Michigan, and I've been doing stand-up for almost 30 years. And there are a great number of misconceptions about stand-up comedians and stand-up comedy in the life of comics. And it was one of those things where it's just like, even in today's day and age of connectivity, where everybody seems to know everything about everybody, we actually know less about our fellow human beings. And stand-up is one of those careers that is shrouded in a lot of misinformation. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to sit down with comics every week and interview them and talk about life and their thoughts and show people that, you know, they're not just, you know, tap dancing monkeys on the stage trying to make you laugh. Like, they're human beings with thoughts, feelings, and ideas. And it was a lot of fun when it first started, but then I ran into a lot of technology issues that were kind of hamstringing me. So I backed off on a little bit. And in the midst of that happening, you know, I don't know how many podcasts you and I were on together with Jukebox or individually. And every time we get on a subject, I would say something like, well, that's what the government wants you to think. And then I'd go off on a tangent about some conspiracy theory. And that's where Blurred Lines came from, which actually wasn't even my idea for the name of the podcast. That was something that either you or Jukebox generated. And said, well, why don't you do a conspiracy podcast? Because you seem to know so much stuff about it. And so, yeah, and that's been a lot of fun, you know, but it's been a little bit eye-opening too for folks that I've had on the podcast, because, you know, you get to talking about these things where, you know, you say conspiracy theorists, I say dot connectors, right? You know, all of a sudden it's like, well, maybe this world isn't all that it's presented to be to us, you know, just like I think we were talking about the fake sun the other day.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's just, and it's just crazy. And even since that day, I've been getting videos sent to me of people saying, hey, here's a video from Minnesota. We have 2 suns. Now, unless we have started living on Tatooine, we've never had 2 suns. So what's going on? Yeah, it's just like all that kind of stuff. So that's, you know, where that came from. And I think mostly, though, Blurred Lines is, I heard it, and this is not even my quote, but the quote goes, the people that you call conspiracy theorists are trying harder to save you than any doctor, nurse, or politician ever has.
Wow.
And that's not to excoriate doctors and nurses, but it's just like, you know, we literally are trying to hold up flags going, guys, gals, look, pull back the veil. Right. So that's where that came from.
Sweet. So you just explained Shawshank Redemption and Blurred Lines, right? So I want to get into your education background and what you do for education, because I think that's very important. And to have time or make time to make that part of your purpose in life, man, I just think that's exceptional. So go ahead and explain what you do, and so that people can know.
Okay, so I am a professor at 2 different colleges. One is completely online, and the other is a hybrid combination of, you know, in-person instruction and online. And the reason I got into education is, especially with English, is one, I love the language, right? I love writing. I love the joy of creation, you know, when it comes to, you know, the written word. But the thing that I was finding is that a lot of kids, you know, and I coached wrestling for 20 years too. So I've been around education and coaching for years and years and years. And what I was finding is that kids that were becoming adults were having these ingrained hatreds or, you know, writing in English. And it was consistent. Every time I would ask them about it, it was the same thing. I had this crappy, you know, English teacher, and, you know, I'm all for personal responsibility. You get out what you put in. But at the same time, if I've had some really bad bad English teachers. And this is part of what started it. My senior year, I had a teacher at Carroll High School in Flora, Indiana. And we were writing poetry. And I wrote 4 poems about slavery, and because that was the subject matter we were given. And, the Underground Railroad and stuff. Now, I wrote these poems, and I remember I stayed up hours that night doing it. I put everything into it, and the next day and I was so proud. Right. And I took him to the teacher, and I was her top student. Now, when I say top student, I don't just mean in the class that I was physically in. I meant the entirety of the whole senior class. I was it. I was the guy. And she looked me with all of the audacity in the world, looked at me in my face and said, "You did not do this. Where did you steal these from?"
Wow.
Yeah. And I was just crushed, because you know how, like, a little kid's bringing like the picture to the parents, and they're so excited. That's what it was. And it was like, she crushed it. And I said, "No, I wrote these.
Yeah.
My soul is in these." And she literally said, "These are too good. You could never have come up with this."
Wow. That's funny. I don't want to stop you real quick, but that reminds me of an experience I had almost exactly like that. Myself and another person, it was in the 3rd grade, I believe. We were in a contest to draw a farmland setting for the American Royal. You remember the American Royal? Or does that sound familiar? Because that was huge here in the Kansas City area. So it was a 3rd grade contest, and our teacher literally let us stay in from recess and work on this for like 2 weeks, right? And our drawings came out amazing, and we sent them to the American Royal, and the American Royal literally sent a letter back to our teacher, because she submitted them for us, saying there's no way in the world that 3rd graders can create this type of art. And we were crushed, dude. And she felt so bad for us, but it was the worst feeling in the world. So I can identify with that, man. That's awful.
I'm sorry that happened to you, man. That's terrible.
Yeah. It sucks that an organization can, have a contest like that and then just totally not acknowledge the talent of 2 individuals who really put their, like you said, their soul and heart into everything for that project, and then get told something like that, man. That's the worst.
Right. But here's the thing. This is exactly the point. This is the long reaching, because look at us. We're not old guys, but we're not kids anymore, and we still remember this stuff.
Absolutely.
We still remember it. And the crazy thing was, I started screaming at her, and I was like Johnny All-American. Like a couple comics still have the nickname for me. They call me the last Boy Scout because I'm so, right. But I was screaming in her face, and I remember I got sent down to the principal's office, and I was just crying my eyes out. And the next year, I was at Purdue, and I took those poems to an English teacher that I had that I really respected. She was fantastic. And I said, "Look," "I'm embarrassed to even show these to you, because, this is what this person said." She sat down and read them, and she started crying.
Wow.
And she goes, "This is amazing." She goes, forgive the vernacular, but she said, "Your teacher was a dumb bitch." And I had never heard an academic curse like that before.
Yes.
But it was just like validation, right?
Yeah. Yes. Absolutely.
So those experiences, like what she did, but then what that teacher did by erasing the hurt, I realized that was something. It was just like it planted the seed in me. So now I teach, English composition and creative writing, but I would say I more teach what I call now language philosophy.
Nice.
which is teaching people the power of communication. It's not public speaking. It's teaching them a love of writing and a love of words and a love of communication, and erasing what just the grossness that has been put into them, that I think too many English teachers and professors you just pour into kids. It's ridiculous, And the thing is, yeah, and they come into my classes, they're worried about grammar and this, that, and the other thing. And I'm like, look, I'm not here to be a grammar hammer. Like, if I see something egregious, like you're using double and triple negatives, like, bro, I'll stop you.
Right.
But I want you to write, and I want you to love writing. And when you come into this class, like, they have to do 5 journals every week. That's across my classes. I don't care what I'm teaching. And they're like, well, what do I write about? I'm like, whatever you want to. I said, I don't give a dang if, you ate a sandwich the other day that was awesome. Tell me about it.
Right.
And so then it always starts the same. You have, most of the students will start with like a tiny paragraph, but by the end of the semester, they're writing about love and life and sadness. And, my dad died and this is how it impacted me. And you watch them change. And it always strikes me, like as a matter of fact, I had a guy last semester, who's a fantastic student. Guy's pure analytic. He's an engineer. All right. And he came up to me, he goes, I know this is going to sound like crazy. He said, but like, you changed my life.
Wow.
Like doing this. And he said, even my wife and kids, they're like, you're so much more open and blah, blah, blah. And I said, I appreciate the compliment, dude. I said, I didn't change your life. I said, you did. I said, all I did was gave you some tools to unlock the stuff that was already like floating around in there.
Boom. Amazing.
Yeah,
man. So I'm actually, because of that experience that was very, very painful and hurtful for you. And I can include myself in that as well. Because that occurred, it not only sparked more creativity, but it had probably made you focus more to be even better with creativity and communication from that point on. And then the validation part just really just put a boost of rocket jets at the end of your tail, I'm sure. But speaking of communication, man, that's kind of where we come in after we met, and we saw that we had a great chemistry between our, how we communicate on screen. That's kind of what I want to focus on right now. Since we've connected through podcasts and what we've been doing together, what are your thoughts on the connection we've made and how our impact is through podcasts?
Well, if I recall, you and I have done approximately 5,312 podcasts so far. But no, it's one of those weird things. Look, here's the thing. I don't believe in coincidence. I never have. It's like that old Emerson, Lake and Palmer song with that lyric that said, "You're meant to be here from the beginning," right? I think we're exactly where we're supposed to be. And, when we were first introduced through Jukebox, it was like, hey, I got this great guy, and, this goes by evolution, yada, yada. And I was like, okay. I just remember the first time he told me that, my first thought was, why evolution?
Right.
Why choose that name? And the thing is, I don't think I've ever asked you why that's your moniker, but regardless, no, it's been cool. And the thing is, I think like your and I's ability to work together, and also Jukebox, collaborating on these. It's just a nice balance, you know, because we're definitely not the same person. But when you put like you in the mix and me in the mix, and you know, Jukebox gets thrown in there. There's something about that combination of brains and abilities that I think, you know, I mean, are we the most exciting podcast in the world? You know, I don't know. I know we're really good together, but I think it works. I mean, the Blurred Lines is a perfect example because you consider things, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it's you know, when I come up with this, like, you know, hey, there's lizard people, you know, and here's why. You'll instead of, you know, just jumping on the bandwagon and go, yeah, there's lizard people, you consider things. I don't want to say skeptic because I think that's too harsh of a word, but you are somebody that has consideration, right? And you give great, well, this thing, but then I think this, and this is where I'm coming from, you know, and it just works. I think it's a smart mix of individudos. And, you know, one of the things too, I've noticed with your podcast is you have, I don't know, it's almost like an altruistic thing, you know, and I with my two, it's a bit altruistic, you know, shining light on an industry and interviewing people. That's great with the redemption thing, and Blurred Lines is, you know, I'm trying to hold up, you know, road signs going, hey, everybody, look. But you seem more focused on like really kind of some spiritual aspects and positivity and things like that, and really getting into some things I think are very important, you know, in the world. So, you know, when you essentially bring the superpowers together, I think it makes for a good chemistry and a good mix all the way around.
Agreed. And it's been a great journey so far, you know, after meeting you and the things that you, me, and Jake Jukebox accomplished together. And really look forward to a lot more of that in the future, because you're a great guy as well. And at some point, I will answer your question, why evolution? But not today, not right now.
That's fair, man. That's fair. I can tell you why I'm named Sean, and it is the worst. The worst. I hate my mom for this. I mean, I love my mom, God rest her, but the reason I am named Sean is because of you heard of Sean Connery?
Yes, I have. A great actor.
Great actor, but my mom, not only was he her favorite actor, but she just thought he was the sexiest thing in the world. So that's how I got my name. And
man.
Yeah, weird.
You know, I guess there's things that impact people, and that's one of them. All right, man. I know you're a very busy man, and I don't want to take up too much of your day. We definitely overshot our time frame, but that's okay. I think it's a great interview. And any last points you want to make, or is that good?
Just keep doing what you're doing, man. Like you're out there doing good work in the world. You're definitely good at what you do. And just anybody listening to these words, two things: keep tuning in and keep doing good in the world. Because if you keep doing good in the world, that's how we beat back the evil.
Man, wow, great statement, ladies and gentlemen. Sean Shank, thank you so much, and we'll catch you later. Okay. The question. Why evolution, right? So apparently this question has been pondering the minds of the world who have been coming in contact with yours truly. I mean, you know, what's in the name, right? Since Sean Shank, asked the question, I will oblige him with an answer, just because of the fact that it might be a question in a lot of other people's minds as well. So, to do a name change after having a certain title or handle for so many years, I would say a person would have to go through something, or just go through a dramatic alteration in their thought process, if you will. So let's talk about some people who did a name change. Prince went to a symbol, right? And I think that's good enough. We don't need to get into all that. That's other stuff. Let's stick with your boy, Evolution, your dude, your man. So my scenario is no different. I went through a lot of stuff. Earthquake and shaking type of stuff that made me stronger, faster. I'm not bionic by any means, but I think you get my point. But the things that I did, the things that I went through, the things that I accomplished, the things that I overcome, definitely developed me into who I am today. Hence the root word, evolve. And I just had to make it better. I had to put some extra on it, you know what I'm saying? So I played with it. I messed around with it. And I thought, about pretty much everything and how everything is shaped and formed in the beginning. Let's say an infant. And then the growth of that infant turns into a minor. And then that minor, continues to develop into a baby adult. And then eventually becomes an adult, right? It's a lot of change. That's just life. Life has changed, right? So I thought it was just a good time for me to change my name to Evolution. I thought of a lot of different names, but they just didn't fit. I wanted one word to describe everything. I didn't want any limits. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want any boundaries. So I had to come up with something that was clever, that gave me room to continue to grow even more, right? So after I dug deep and went into my thought process to say, hey, if I do change my name, it's got to be something that I like, something that I love. So after jotting down some things and going through a process of elimination, the only thing that I could come up with that was more fitting than Stereotype Buster was Evolution. And that's how I came up with it. So there you go, Sean. And everybody else that's curious about that, hopefully that is a suitable response to your question. But that's me, that's every bit of me, just like Stereotype Buster was every bit of me, busting stereotypes, and even the lifestyle and everything else, was due to that. Same difference with Evolution. I feel very comfortable with it. It's me, you know what I'm saying? Just like the previous title, it was me, but since I've grown some more, sometimes you gotta shake those hinges off, bust through a door or two, and spread your wings, right? And eventually fly. And we are chilling on a beautiful day at Leia's temple in the Philippines. I'm gonna get a shot of this. You are looking at Leia's temple in Cebu in the Philippines. All right, this is Evolution, and I'm signing out. Peace. You should already see what's possible, what's in the works. Maybe Journey 3, and then we get into what's next. For real. We are up amongst the clouds in Cebu, in the Philippines. What's going on about that? Inconsistently consistent. And what's going on now?
I have something.
I want to thank everybody that was involved with Journey 2. Had some great times, had some great moments, made some great memories. Hey, I put the hoop on them today. Left victorious once again. I was feeling it though. I was breathing hard. It's been a while since I've been on the pavement, you know, but I still got it. The jumper was wet. It was nice. It was nice. Long range, short range, in between. Everything was falling. So, yeah, I was lighting it up. That's what evolution does, man. Gotta let them know. Even in the Philippines, gotta let them know. Came out with some new stuff, which is what I always like to do. Look like I'm gonna be a lot more busy, y'all, and I'm already busy. It's a good day today. Getting ready to make our transition to Davao. I'll probably sleep half the way there because I'm tired, and been doing a lot, man. Really happy with how things is turning out. Just looking forward to the next. You know, we got some things, bumps in the road. We'll get past that. And we got a lot of new, exciting things coming forward, man. JG's Lounge is really making some things happen, man. Got a few hurdles in the way, but hey, you know what? We jump. That's it. We keep it moving. Evolution, ready to tune out for General Santos and pick it back up in Davao on the third leg of the trip. Getting everything shot for the Journey 2. Everything's coming together really nicely. And hey man, making the thing happen. I love it. Appreciate the support of everybody who has made sure we was good in Cebu and also in General Santos, and thanks for the people making sure we get to Davao and get set up there. Alright, see you in a minute. Peace. Evolution. There it is. There it is. There it is. Thanks to JG's Lounge, my dude, Jukebox Ginger. Hey, welcome back. You probably didn't go anywhere. You're still there. Yeah. But this is Evolution, and I am recording The Journey 2. And as promised, I've been doing interviews with the people that I highlighted in The Journey 1. And one of those individuals is someone who started watching the shows. We're connected through work, but also the input that she brings is very unique. Her name is Janet Andrade. Did I say that right?
Andrade.
Andrade. And she's here, and we're going to do an interview with her because not only is there an influence by the people that I work with on JG's Lounge, but there's always also a connection that I make with the people who listen, the fans, the supporters. And Janet is definitely a supporter of the shows that I do and we do. And definitely appreciate that. But it's people like Janet that makes the world go around on podcasting, if that makes sense, right? So Janet, kind of let everyone know who you are, where you're from, and how you got involved with the connection to JG's Lounge and Evolution.
Okay, so I'm a mom. And I'm originally from California, moved here to Missouri, and I got connected through you to watch JG Lounge.
Okay.
And the more I started talking to you, and then Dylan got involved, and I was just like, okay, I'm gonna watch all these shows now. And now I'm just like, I can't keep up.
Yeah, because we are very active on all the material that we promote and produce. We all got multiple shows. It's crazy.
Oh yeah.
And
they're
probably
really good, so good, and I'm just like, I need to keep up because they're really good, but at the same time, I don't know when.
Well, in the beginning, it was easy to let everybody know that we were having a show and when it was being aired, and we can even send them a link. But there's so much stuff happening now, and we have so many platforms that are set up now that we have to connect to when we do a show that you just have to find it. It's out there. I mean, if you look for it, you'll find it. So we just kind of let you know, hey, got another show, or got some more shows I'm doing this week, and then you can follow that way. I think when in the beginning I sent people out my link tree, which you should be able to view everything. Once it's uploaded. I think they're even behind schedule on loading all this stuff up because I'm hitting with so much new stuff so fast.
Yeah, definitely.
I think initially you found out that I was doing podcasts and you started talking to me about things that were important to you. As a listener, as a mom, as an individual. And then I think I highlighted one of the conversations we had on one of my episodes.
Yes.
And you saw that. What was your thought process, or how did you feel when you seen that happen?
See, oh my gosh. When you told me I had a podcast, I was like, oh, I wonder what kind of podcast it is. You told me a little bit about it, but not so much. And so then you told me that you talk about reality, like stuff that happens in real life and family and the community. And so I'm like, okay, maybe this is something that I could relate to. So when I started listening to your podcast, it was family, like relationship issues, family issues. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, he has so much wisdom. And it was so good because I could apply all of that into my life and how I can improve as being a parent. I can improve as being a wife, even as a person, because you also come in a different perspective that I didn't see and you break it down. And so now I could definitely see it in somebody else's point of view instead of just my own.
Wow, that was perfectly said. Go ahead.
That's okay. So it was really interesting, and I just kept watching and watching and getting more knowledge and just being a different person and having a different relationship with my kids and having a different relationship with other people, because now I'm not just seeing it my way, but I'm seeing it in a different perspective of the way you break it down.
Wow. So I guess I tell people I have like this formula that I use when I not only bring my guests on, but it's also to reach the people that I have in mind for these subjects and these topics, because these people are really out there, you know, and I know they're out there because I've either experienced the connection either firsthand or just kept my eyes and ears open, you know. And so when I put my episodes together and get the guests that I have on, the guests are carefully selected for those episodes. They don't know that, but once I get them on there, literally the outline that I have, we never practice anything, and they follow right along.
Oh yeah, it's so smooth, like so smooth, and the conversations are so easy to listen to, and things that you talked about too. It's stuff that I never thought about that I can definitely apply. So even if you have certain people that you're trying to get these message to, you can easily apply it to yourself, even if it's not intended for me, because I never saw that mistake or flaw or what I was doing until like listen to you, and the more I listen to the topic, I'm just like, oh yeah, I sometimes do that, or oh yeah, I can relate to that. Or my kid looks at me and goes, "That's you, Mom," and I'm just like, don't do that to me, because I never thought that I could be that on the topic that you're talking about. So I love that. Like, I love that it's so smooth. You could easily break it down, and I could easily process it. And I'm just like, oh yeah, I could take this in.
Oh, good. Glad to hear that, because, you know, that's the purpose and the point of everything. My second question for you is, have you ever seen anything like what I do on my show?
No, I have not. I have always seen like people talk about conspiracy theories or talk about other things or like science, but not life problems or life situations or just anything that involves like your typical day-to-day stuff. Like, yeah, there's help books, but it's not really everyday day-to-day stuff. Like your stuff is literally day-to-day stuff that you deal with every day. So I like
Great
that.
to hear. Yeah, thank you. So I've introduced a second show a couple months after I introduced my first show, That's Life, and it's What's Going On, and I'm pretty sure you've seen episodes of that as well. Seeing how my first show came out and delivered, and seeing how different What's Going On is with my co-host Poetics.
Yes.
What was, I guess, how did you react to the show What's Going On when you saw it?
I definitely thought like, oh my gosh, this is a whole nother side of you that I never thought I'd see. And as the more shows you post and the more appearances you make, like in jukeboxes, shows and stuff, I'm just like, who is this guy? So I'm getting a whole different point of view. I have more of a serious day-to-day life, and then I see you with Poetics and you talk about different things. And sometimes they're like super helpful, and then sometimes I'm just like, you really gonna be talking about basketball right now? So I love that you could bounce around and have fun with it, and literally let your different personalities show, because you're not only this serious person in this show, you're also this fun person at this other show, and then you're a whole nother guy on MJ Jukes Lounge. So I'm just like, okay, cool. Now I could see you you're being more well-rounded now. Instead of just chipping off the edges, now I see you as a whole.
Well, great to know. Thank you for that. So, of course, like anything else, people who do what I do or do anything that involves the public support or response, we need people to not only watch us, but follow us and support us. And when we find that we have that support, sometimes it's hard to make a connection because we don't know a lot of those people.
Oh yeah.
But in this case, I know you, we know you, and you know us, and we have a connection because of it. Is there anything that you can give listeners that don't know you, don't know me, don't know us, that can help them kind of, I guess, understand your interaction and what you've gotten from the shows? Is there anything that you can tell people out there from your perspective, how it affected or impacted your life?
So there's two ways I try to support your show. And one way is I talk to not only to my workers, but also friends and family. And I'm just like, hey, so if you're ever interested and you need some life help or self-help, listen to this guy. He knows what he's talking about. And it's like, and I'm like, oh yeah, he definitely has a show. You got to look it up. Like, it's so good. Or I'll be at work or doing something and I'm being busy and I'm listening to it and somebody's like, hey, that voice sounds familiar. And I'm just like, let me tell you. And another way, it has definitely impacted my life and the connections I make with people. Because now I know that if I can relate to this show so easily, okay, even if it's a topic that I didn't think that I could relate to, I'm pretty sure when I talk to people now, I could apply those advice that you gave out, the wisdom that you gave out to the people that I come across with, and even with my kids and my husband, and change my perspective. Instead of the relationship that we used to have, we have a whole different other relationship and how we communicate. Or when my kids say something and they're like, that's like you, Mom. And I'm just like, oh, really? And we talk about it. And I'm just like, I can see where you're coming from because of all the stuff that I've heard you say.
Oh,
and
wow.
all that wisdom that you give out. I'm like, this guy. Like, anything now that I do, I think about what you said in your shows. And I'm just like, you need to get out of my head. Because, that's not the way I used to think. Now I think differently because of you. Before, I used to be a little bit more stubborn and wouldn't listen. And I'm just like, no, that's not the way. But now I'm just like, okay, now I'm able to listen to people, have a different perspective, and apply some of your messages into the situation that I'm in.
Wow. That's, really great to hear as a person on my end that actually puts this stuff together to help everybody, myself included. But to hear it from the support, the listener, that makes it that much better. It gives me more motivation to do more shows and with That's Life and What's Going On, and even with the other ones that I have about that, and the new show with Jukebox, Consistently Inconsistent. I don't know if you've seen Consistently Inconsistent yet, or about that. Have you seen any one of those?
I have not.
Okay.
I have not seen those two yet. I'm trying to jump in when you're live because I just feel more connected, because then sometimes I'm just like, wait a minute, and I just got to type real quick before you change the subject. Because like when you're live, it's another different point of view. Even though I'm trying not to get involved in your show, but I just can't help it. I'm like, no. And then I like when somebody else jump in and change it, and I'm just like, okay, good, because that's what I was trying to think, but I can't say it because you're not live anymore. So I like it better when you're live. And it's like, if I throw an input, you guys can relate to it and talk about it. Or we're just like, it's just, you're all in the same connection, you know? And I love that because even when J Juke has a special guest and you're in it, and then there's like 4 people or 3 people, you guys have this connection jumping back and forth. It's flow, and it's so funny where it's like, we can definitely all relate to it together. It's so good. But when I do watch your videos, when it's not live, sometimes I'm just like, oh, like, we need to change that the thinking process. Or sometimes it changes and I'm just like, okay, good. So the excitement's like this, but I can't say anything. That's why it's like this.
Okay. So if we created like a show where we show like little clips of previous shows and give people a chance to respond to those, would that be a good idea, or something that would kind of, I guess, help that you feel when you listen to the shows when they're not live?
So I noticed that when I do comment onto the shows that are not live, J Juke Lounge is very quick to comment on that or just heart it. But it's like some of your advice shows, you can't, it's too late to comment on it because it's already passed, you know? Like if it's one of your sessions of like the murder mystery ones, you know, like that's a comment that you could put on and everybody could comment on it later on. You know, it's a continuous thing. But as in like more of your serious talk shows, it's probably a comment that could definitely be talked about because it's a different perspective.
Got it.
So that's why it's like, it just depends, you know, if it's live or not live. If it's not live, I could definitely still comment on it because, you know, it's one of those murder mysteries. And then J Juke Lounge will laugh at it or heart it or maybe add his own comment. But if it's like something that's a serious topic, it's like, oh, maybe that's something we could have talked about more in depth.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, so that's another thing you do. You have great ideas and thoughts on situations that are important to you, and you present those to me when you have the opportunity, and I usually respond. It takes me a minute because I have to get my wheels turned. Get my wheels turned into where I can present it to where it's universal, like what you're talking about, and impactful, like what you're talking about. So your ideas, most of the time, are they just personal experiences or just things that are important to you, or a little bit of both?
I think it's a little bit of both, but also what I've talked to other people about. Because I like to talk a lot. But I also like to listen. Listen to other people's perspective of what they have in mind about what's going on in their life. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I could totally relate to that. Or, oh my gosh, like I experienced that once in my life. And so then it keeps me thinking. And it's just like, you know what? Like, I want to talk about more about this. And like, let people hear that opinion, how it upsets people or makes people feel or whatever is going on in the topic. Or like, how do we come around that? You know, like how can we change that? And so when I'm thinking about it, I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta let you know. Like, you can do something about it. Or maybe you have a different perspective. Like maybe this person's thinking this way. And because I've never dealt with that, I'm thinking that way. And then so when I tell you about it and you bring it to the show, it's like, oh, you give me a whole different perspective on it. So not only am I stuck on like what this person said, but I'm also including yours into this topic that one person started. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's like it's a whole different door that opened. Because you know, when somebody plants the seed, it's stuck like that until somebody else adds water to it. And then you're just like, oh, and then it grows. And then you just nourish it on it. So that's why it's just like, if I talk to you about it, you have like a whole, I don't know how you do it, but you make that tree grow.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. And I really appreciate your support and your listening. And I also appreciate everyone else's support and listening, even though it's not so up close and personal. But this is why I do what I do. This is why we do what we do, to reach the masses and make a difference, make a change, make things better. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is Janet Andrade. Did I say that?
Andrade.
Thank you.
You'll eventually get it.
Yeah, eventually. And we appreciate you always. And we will definitely make more shows. And look forward to more of your ideas. And we will make those happen one way or the other. So you take care, and we'll be in touch. All right. Evolution, once again, we are at the peak of Davao. Check it out. Peak of Davao, which is you have to dine to get a view of what's going on in here. It's a really high restaurant in the sky. And we will go to look at what is out here, which is a lot. It's a beautiful view. We'll get more of that in a second. Poetics, my guy, Sean Shank, one of my biggest supporters. And we have more of a view. This is a restaurant. It views the whole Davao City area. Not quite like Tops, but definitely worth being here to have a meal and view the whole city. The last time I was here, we was here at nighttime. We had a lot of fun. A lot of fun. That's the whole Davao area. Mountain, sky, clouds included. Still trying to catch my wind, y'all. Whew. This journey's for real. Janet, this is Evolution. Having a ball. We're at the Crocodile Zoo of Davao. Crocodile Zoo. Ooh. One of my colleagues that's proven and definitely making a strong statement in the game. Leia. Hope I'm not forgetting anybody. We just got on the inside and got some things to see. I'll be tuning in and out. What is that? Is that a crocodile over there? Yes. Let's go see what the crocodile is all about. This way? But the oxygen is getting thin. Way up here. Top of the world, baby. Whew. Oh man. What a great experience this has been. We are looking at crocodile skin and crocodile bones here in a second. So as everybody clears out, let's go down here. Crocodile bones. Is that crazy? I'm sorry. What's left of whatever that was. I'm really grateful for everything that I've been able to do and accomplish. And looking forward to a whole lot more. Okay, this is what this looks like when it's alive and moving. And this is what the bones look like when it's not. Heck of a snout. Interesting. We are at the Crocodile Zoo in Davao in the Philippines. What the heck is this? This is a big bird. It's a big bird. Look at that. You see that? Look at his head. Got a big old knot thing on there. It's a big booger. It's an ostrich, ain't it? Some type of ostrich. Alright, we're gonna move out of his way. You don't want to be playing. You got some little birds here. Little birds. Want to see what's in the back? See anything in the back? And there's an empty cage. Nothing back there to see.
My love, what's that?
Where?
Oh, no, it's
an orangutan. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That sucker's strong, just swinging on the vine. Well, it's not a vine, it's actually the cage. Hey there, buddy. Enjoy your food. Just checking you out. Take care, buddy. Enjoy. Hope you like this one. Hope you love the last one. And look forward to the next. Look at this. We found a mother load of baby crocodiles. This is crazy. Look how still they are. They're even in the water. They just, the one's moving, getting in position. The rest of them, they just sit still until they attack. It's crazy. Interesting. These journeys are for real, man. I gotta start taking better care of myself. I mean, I take good care of myself, right? But those were the babies. These are the big boys. They are everywhere. They're just chilling. The water's green. Look in the water. It's green, but they're all in there. You see them? They're everywhere. They're everywhere. You just barely see the tip of them. I would not go in that water. And these guys are moving into the water over here. Taking a dip. We got big, supersized alligators everywhere. Just chilling and posted up. This is crazy. They sit so still. They're floating in the water, green water. And there's a big boy right here, real close to us. Look at that sucker. Man. And we got some more babies over here. They're all over the place. I would not want to take care of these. They're all in the water. If you look real close, they are infested in that water over there. We're gonna keep it moving. Once you start a journey, you can't stop till you finish. And then when you finish that journey, hopefully you get to finish it. Heck, you might as well start another one, right? Hello there. You're a big animal.
Lion na, may tiger. Come here.
Bye. Life is a journey. Heck, every day is a journey. Every situation is a journey for real. Well, we finally got done with the zoo, which is pretty cool. Now we're at Rojas. That's not the full term, but that's all I can pronounce. And it's packed. It is packed, and I'll show you what I mean. People everywhere, food everywhere. You name it, it's here. And we are about to get our grub on. This journey I'm on right now is a journey. Whew. Helps you focus. Think about all the people that you know, all the people that you knew, all the people that you have yet to know. Finishing up with our special interview guest, Leia, and we're gonna continue and get into that right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Leia. Hi, Leia. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine.
Yes.
How about you?
I'm doing great. It's been a
That's
very
good.
busy and full, interesting 2 weeks here in the Philippines. We've been through Cebu and General Santos and now Davao. How are you? How you feel after all those busy schedules and events?
It's very nice that sometimes you have a break from work,
Mm-hmm.
from stress, to enjoy,
Mhm.
have fun, and then going to different places is really a good feeling. You can see different views, different people, and so many more. So it's really nice vacation this time. Very much. We have a lot of fun and excitement.
Yeah, a lot of fun for sure, and we covered a lot of ground, definitely. I'm going to pause this and then ask you the next question, okay? See, we can't change what we were born into. We really can't change who we are. But we can make the best of what we got, right? Okay, so now the big questions. So in our earlier part of the interview, you were asking for more time and more opportunity, and that's definitely up for grabs right now with things going on with other individuals and what they are pursuing at the moment. So I would like to ask you, how do you feel to be our next co-host of What's Going On?
I have doubts to accept it,
Uh-huh.
but maybe I can try.
Yeah.
Let's see what will happen.
Yeah, right?
You have to watch for it.
Yeah, definitely have people that are probably on the edge of their seat trying to figure out how we're going to do that with what's going on. But we got some things up our sleeve, and I think for where we've been and done with the first 3 seasons of What's Going On with Poetics, everything went very well with him, and he's got other opportunities that he wants to pursue, which is great, which opens up the gate for you. So what we plan to do with the show is definitely take it to the next, right?
Yes.
So, so that's what we're definitely going to do with the opportunities we have in front of us. So I'm really excited to have you on board, and also that's not it for you. You're really taking off. There is another opportunity for you in the works, for you to have your own podcast show. And how do you feel about that?
I'm a little bit nervous because I've never been on this industry. But we'll see. I will just try my best, and it's a really great opportunity for me because before I was a shy person, but I have to develop myself or my personality to grow more. To level
your
up.
presence on camera. That's okay. Yeah, we can definitely work with that. Work on that with you and get you to move forward, and everything should turn out great, especially with the ideas that you have for your own show. I'm really excited about that. I'm looking forward to it.
Me too.
So congratulations on
you.
those opportunities, and congratulations on everything else that happens in the future for you, because you are definitely a rising star with
Hoping.
JG's Lounge and
Thank you so much.
yeah, whatever else that comes your way. So we appreciate your time. You're a very busy person.
Oh,
And
yes.
definitely looking forward to the opportunity to sharing what's going on with you in the future, the near future. All right.
Yeah, we are looking.
Go ahead.
We are looking forward for our tandem with Evolution and my show. Let's see.
Yeah, absolutely. Tune in, and we can make ourselves the best version of what we are, so we can even understand who we are and what we're meant to be, what we're meant to do. Definitely look for that, because it's coming, and it's coming in hot. So get ready for it. This is Evolution with Journey 2, hitting you with all kinds of new surprises. And what's going on now? I done hit you with some surprises, some shocks, some interesting stuff, and some things to look forward to.